Have you ever dreamed of living forever, not as a ghost or a vampire, but as you with all your memories, thoughts, and feelings, just digital? Welcome to the mind-bending world of consciousness, uploading the idea that we could one day transfer our entire mind from our biological brain into a computer. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, right? But top neuroscientists and futurists are seriously exploring this possibility. They believe that if we can map every single one of the 86 billion neurons in our brain and their trillions of connections, we could theoretically create a perfect digital replica of our mind. Imagine it, your consciousness, free from the frailties of the human body. You could explore the vastness of space from the comfort of a server, learn anything in an instant, or live out countless lifetimes in a simulated reality of your own design. The possibilities are truly infinite. The technology is still a long way off, but the foundational work is already underway. Projects like the Human Connectome Project are creating detailed maps of the brain's wiring, and advances in artificial intelligence and computing power are growing exponentially. We're essentially building the puzzle pieces, even if we don't know how to put them all together just yet. But let's pause for a moment and step back from the pure science, because this is where things get really complicated. This isn't just a technological challenge. It's one of the biggest ethical minefields we could ever face. Let's start with the most fundamental question. Is the digital copy really you? If we create a perfect simulation of your mind, does your consciousness transfer over? Or does it simply create a new separate entity that just thinks it's you? Would you experience a seamless transition, waking up in the digital world? Or would you, the original you, simply cease to exist, leaving behind a very convincing echo? This is known as the continuity of consciousness problem, and it's a philosophical rabbit hole with no easy answers. If the copy isn't truly you, the mind uploading isn't a form of immortality. It's a high-tech form of suicide that leaves behind a digital ghost. And what would that digital existence even be like? Would you still feel emotions the same way? Could a digital mind truly experience love, joy, or sorrow? Or would it just be simulating those feelings based on old data? There's a risk that a digital consciousness could become a hollow shell, a sophisticated chatbot with your memories, but without the soul, the qualia, the actual experience of being you. We could end up with a world of philosophical zombies, entities that look and act conscious, but have no inner experience at all. It's a chilling thought. Now, let's consider the social implications. If digital immortality becomes possible, who gets to live forever? It would almost certainly be an incredibly expensive procedure. At least initially. This could create a new, terrifying class divide: the digital immortals and the mortal masses. The wealthy could afford to upload themselves, accumulating knowledge, power, and wealth for centuries, while the rest of humanity is left behind. This could lead to a level of inequality that makes today's disparities look trivial. Will we have a society of digital gods and mortal servants? How would governments regulate this? Who owns your digital self? Can you be bought or sold? Can you be deleted? If your digital mind is stored on a server owned by a corporation, do they have the right to turn you off if you stop paying the bills? The legal and ethical frameworks we have today are completely unprepared for these kinds of questions. Then there's the issue of security. Your entire being, your every thought and memory, would be a string of code. What happens if that code gets hacked? Someone could alter your memories, change your personality, torture your digital self, or simply delete you. A computer virus could become a literal plague, wiping out entire populations of digital minds. The concept of personal security would take on a whole new, terrifying meaning. Are you willing to bet your eternal existence on a firewall? And what about the nature of reality itself? If you're living in a simulation, can you trust anything you experience? Could your reality be altered without your knowledge? You could be living in a paradise one moment and a personal hell the next, all at the whim of whoever controls the server. It also raises questions about purpose. Much of what gives our lives meaning, our relationships, our achievements, our struggles, is tied to our mortality. If you have infinite time, does anything still matter? Does achievement have the same value when you have an eternity to accomplish it? Will love and relationships retain their preciousness without the shared understanding that our time together is finite? It's possible that eternal life could become an eternal, meaningless boredom. I've laid out the incredible promise and the terrifying perils. Imagine the choice is in front of you right now. The technology is perfected, is safe, and the continuity of your consciousness is guaranteed. You can leave your aging, mortal body behind and step into a limitless digital frontier. Would you do it? Would you upload your mind? Would you trade the familiar, tangible world for an eternity of digital potential? Would you risk becoming a different person or even just a copy for a shot at forever? Think about your loved ones, your passions, your sense of self. What would you be giving up? And what would you gain? I'd love to know what you think. Let me know your answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy exploring these big ideas, make sure to subscribe for more. See you next time.